Hello everyone, Comandante here. I'm an international trainer and coach, and for this episode, we're very excited because this is like a new iteration on how we are approaching the VIP club of the Scale Up community, where it is our intention to, at the minimum, interview about 100 game changers for this year, and these are people who are able to figure out, the best way to build performance, increase momentum, and create high-performing teams. Now remember, if you've been following us long enough, our definition for success for this year, when we talk about a unit, when we talk about a business, we want to build $1 million businesses. So at least that is our theme. So that is why, here's what I want you to think about. Those of you who are watching the VIP Club would be, diba, if you're new, if you're a rookie, if you're just starting out, it's either you can figure it out by doing trial and error, and it's going to take you years, or might as well just come here and watch the video, check out the workbooks of the interviews that we've done of those people who are able to figure this out. We call them the Trailblazers. So today I am very excited, and you're gonna be seeing more of them as we move along. Joining with me today is Jerica David as well as Noli Macalalad. Hi Jerica, how are you?
Hi, Mac. I'm great.
Kamusta? Why don't you introduce yourself, for the team, for everybody?
Okay, hi. I'm Jerica. I'm a senior portfolio manager and business insurance consultant. I help women transform their lives and their businesses, and I share biblical truths, personal development, finance, and investing.
Thank you, Jerica, for saying yes, for co-hosting this
Of
with me.
course,
Ayan, madami pa
can't say
tayong
no to
interview.
you.
Okay. And this afternoon, it's very exciting kasi we have here Noli, di ba?
I
So,
know.
let's get down to this immediately.
Yeah.
So, Noli,
Hi, Mac.
would you care to introduce yourself to everyone who's watching?
Yan. So, I'm Noli. I'm a former seafarer, and right now I'm a unit manager in one of the insurance company. And
Yeah.
I'm helping several seafarers who wants to build and their income. And ayaw na nila mag-work pag dumating ng time. So, yung ginagawa ko ngayon.
Ayun,
Wow.
thank you for saying yes to this, and
Yeah.
for allowing us to share your story also. I find it very inspiring, Noli. So, una sa lahat, maraming salamat for saying yes.
Yan.
Thanks for being here. And I know that you'd be blessing a lot of people along the way, to those who'd be
Mm.
watching this later on. A quick background about you. You said that you were a seafarer. Anong ibig sabihin nun pag seafarer ka? What's the story behind that? Sino ba si Noli? Where did you come from? And yeah, how was it like, going towards that career of being a seafarer and reaching the top of it? No, paano 'yan?
Siguro I have to start muna with my background. So basically sa family namin, talagang ang mundo namin talaga na ginagalawan is mostly mga seafarers. Mga uncle ko, kumbaga lahat sila mga seaman na tinatawag. And that time, sabi ng lola ko noon, kailangan pasakin mo itong apo ko kasi mag-aaway tayo pag hindi mo pinasakay. So sabi niya ng lola ko, huwag ka na maghanap ng work other than seafarer or seaman. And dahil kahit ayaw ko ng ganun trabaho, syempre iba naman yung gusto natin, that time, talaga napilitan tayong yun ang suungin na trabaho. And after that, for several years na sumasakay ako ng barko, it's been siguro 20 years na
Wow.
na
20 years.
yung aking stay sa pagbabarko. And nag-start ako actually for pagka-graduate ko, nag-start ako sumakay. And expect ko noon pagka-graduate is kadete or cadet or decadet. But imagine that, dahil sa hirap ng pagsakay that time, wala akong choice. Sabi ng uncle ko is kailangan makasakay ka kahit messman. Imagine that, kung makikita nyo yung trabaho ng messman, napakahirap.
Pero taga saan ba talaga kayo, Noli? Are you from Metro Manila na talaga, or?
I'm from Batangas originally, Batangas City. So,
Okay.
yun yung pinanggalingan ko. And then, yun nga, from
Family
there,
of seamen.
family kami ng seaman. And wala kaming choice. Lahat kami actually magkakapatid. I'm the eldest.
Really?
And yung second sa akin, seaman din. And yung bunso namin is seafarer
Seaman.
din o seaman din.
Galing. Okay, so lahat kayo seaman.
Seafarers.
Yes, exactly.
Seafarers.
Wala kaming choice. Sabi ko nga kanina,
Wow.
ang uncle ko, yung lola ko pala, nag-decide talaga na
All of
huwag
you.
ka nang kumuha ng ibang course. Kasi
Yeah.
baka pahirapan mo rin lang ang sarili mo na maghanap pa ng ibang trabaho. Pero syempre, come to think of it na o nga no, kumbaga hindi ka na magpipila or maghahanap pa ng employer or kumbaga hindi ka na maghahanap pa
Yeah.
ng trabaho.
But you started in the pinaka-bottom though.
Of course,
Di man lang,
lahat naman to tell you honestly, lahat talaga dumadaan doon sa pinaka-bottom.
Yeah.
And ang hindi ko lang ma-expect talaga is when I graduated and with flying colors pa yon, hindi ko in-expect na pag sumakay pala ako, kailangan talaga doon ka sa pinaka.
Anong ibig sabihin nun pag
Okay,
you're
so
starting from?
of course, pag nagsiman ka, tatlong bagay lang ang pwede mong gawin. It's either makapasa ka sa exam para at least maganda yung position mo, magiging cadet ka, or kumbaga yung time na yun, kailangan it's either may backer ka, di ba? So para at least ganun ang gagawin mo. Or the last one is magti-training ka sa kanila, parang utility. So nandun ako sa pangalawa, kung saan may backer. Kumbaga yung uncle ko
So
talaga.
swerte ka.
Of course. Sabi ko, at least, mas maganda pa rin kahit papaano na yun naging katayuan ko that time. And sabi ko nga, thankful pa rin sa uncle ko.
So ano yung first work mo doon pagkasakay mo?
Yun nga,
Mesh.
for example, kailangan talaga kadete, but ang offering that time is messman.
Ano yung messman?
Yung messman is tagahugas ng pinggan, tagalinis ng CR, or tagalinis ng kwarto or tinatawag naming kabina dun sa barko ng mga kapitan. Kapitan or mga officers ng barko. So, talagang kumbaga ikaw yung pinaka-utusan that time. So, yun.
Yeah.
So you've gone through the ranks, Noli. How long ka naging seaman?
Okay, I've been a seafarer for almost 20 years.
20 years.
Tuloy-tuloy siya. Siyempre,
20 years.
May mga pagitan yan. But if you compute that, almost 20 plus years.
So when you say may pagitan, bakit siya merong pagitan?
Dahil I have to, ang kontrata namin that time is minsan 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, and then babalik ka ulit after 2 months or 3 months. Pinakamahaba kong bakasyon siguro 4 months or 5 months. And yun, kailangan bumalik ka para sumakay ka agad. Siyempre, ang mga seaman talaga is that time is it's either pagbalik mo is kailangan kang bumalik agad dahil walang bakante, hindi ka magtatagal ka pagka pinili mo magstay para matagal.
So ibig sabihin there's no security of tenure kasi by contract siya eh.
Yes,
Tama?
by contract. And then nung time na yon, most likely baka sabihin mo, ma'am, kailangan i-ano muna ako, ilagay mo na sa lineup or else doon ka sa pinakadulo ulit. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng tanggihan yung nagla-line up sa'yo.
Nice. Well, what's the highest rank that you've reached there, Noli?
Actually, it's captain license. And then, pag nung time na yon, naabot ko yung posisyon na yon, sabi ko nga sarili ko nun, yes, I made it this far.
Yeah.
And lahat ng pinaghirapan ko that time is nagbunga. Kasi doon ako nakafocus eh. Wala akong ibang inisip na mag-shift ba ako ng career that time. So,
rise
yun lang talaga
through the ranks talaga.
Yun talaga yung iniisip ko. And every level, pinaghihirapan ko talaga siya.
So, I wanted to ask how you became MDRT during the pandemic year.
Okay, so start natin muna dun sa simula. So, when naging financial advisor ako, ang mindset ko talaga nun is to become an MDRT agad.
Yeah.
But, syempre, I fell short kasi kailangan sumakay ng barko. So, pinakalas ko nagawa that time is senior advisor agad in 2 months. In 2 months time.
What is senior advisor?
Senior advisor means at least you can hit 1 million of your total ANP or annual net premium. And then after that, sabi ko, sakay muna ulit ako. And the following year, ganun ulit. Sabi ko, ano kailangan kong gawin? Kasi parehas ulit yung nagiging endpoint ko. So, I assessed and sabi ko doon sa agency manager ko that time, sabi ko, sir, ano ba yung kailangan kong gawin? So, just to give credit, so si Sir Chris. And ganun siya, sabi niya, assess mo, bakit lagi ka dito na nag-stop? So, the moment I stop ng pagbabarko, doon ko siya na-hit. Paano ko siya ginawa? That time, sa barko pa ako noon, iniisip ko, ano ba yung kailangan kong gawin? The first and foremost, pababa ko, dapat yun agad ang i-implement. And I implement a system kung saan ay kailangan kong damihan yung mga meetings. That time kasi nung senior advisor ako, kailangan at least 5 meetings lang or 10 meetings. But
Ano yun? 10 meetings a day? Ganyan?
10 meetings
1
per
week.
week.
Per week?
Per week.
Wow, okay.
So, at first mahirap kasi syempre hindi ko naman kabisado yung kailangan lagi kang minimit. So sabi nga nila, pagka meron kang system, meron kang habits na ginagawa, makikreate mo. But, ang isa talagang pinaka nagbigay sa akin ng momentum or to create a better habit is, sabi nila, there are two motivation.
Yes.
Isang intrinsic at saka extrinsic motivation. At first, lahat ng tao kasi is more on extrinsic. Gusto nila may na-receive,
Right.
may
Recognition.
So, what was it for you?
Sa akin kasi, syempre, dahil yung character ko, gusto ko yung na-recognize or nagkaka-receive ng award or nakaka-receive ng something, yun yung nagpa-build sa akin. And that moment, yung agency namin, meron siyang parang incentive every quarter. And yun, dun ko lang talaga siya finocus. Hindi ko muna inisip na mag-MDRT ako.
You wanted the trip
sa dulo.
incentive.
Gusto ko muna makuha yung incentive.
Yeah.
And pagdating ng last quarter, sabi ko, kailangan hindi na po pwede yung senior level na senior unit or senior advisor level
only.
na diskarte. Kailangan i-fast track ko
MDRT.
na. So, dun siya nag-take effect.
Okay. So I want to deconstruct that, Noli. No? So one of the things that you said was that tinigil mo yung pababarko, and I'm reminded of this adage that goes, if you want to take on the island, you burn the boats.
Yes.
Para wala ka nang babalikan.
No
talaga.
sign of retreat.
Right? So you put in all your tenacity and focus, intention and ambition. So I'm reminded of that adage nga, So I feel like that's also what you did here. Tas may sinabi ka na you had a system, okay, na mas dinamihan mo yung meeting. But I want to understand, meron bang specific people that you are helping? May nakikita ka bang pattern nito? I mean, again, coming from being a seafarer, meron bang konting bias towards more seafarers? Was that the case for you or was it different?
Okay. Before ko isagutin yan, so i-add ko lang, sabi mo nga kanina, you have to burn the boat. Alam mo yung ginawa ko that time, April ng 2020, kailangan kong i-renew yung mga documents ko. But I didn't renew that. Kumbaga, yun talaga sabi ko, this is the last time na hindi ko na siya i-renew. And then sabi ko, pag kami system ka, you have to create more people na have a meeting.
So what was the system that you had for, like, you decided to be MDRT, right? And then what system did you do?
Mahirap talaga na sa simula na mag-start ng sarili mong system.
Yeah.
But inisip ko noon, kailangan gumawa talaga ako ng system na mag-work sa akin kasi hindi mo pwedeng kopyahin basta-basta yung system na meron yung ibang tao. So I created my system na alam ko na kaya ko siyang gawin. So I decided na kailangan marami akong meetings.
How many meetings?
15 meetings
15.
per week. And sabi ko kailangan gawin ko ang mga meetings na yon, no ifs, no buts.
Okay. So, going back to my question lang kanina, Noli, no? Meron ka bang napansin na pattern in terms of the people that you are helping? Again, are you just focused on seafarers or meron ka bang particular na demographic? What did you notice?
Actually, sa akin, ang ginawa ko talaga muna is I focus on my market, which is seafarers. And alam ko sa sarili ko, and sila mismo makaka-relate sa ginagawa ko.
Right. So
Pag sinabi, go ahead.
no, so like, were they your previous, like, not office mates, like kasama mo sila sa barko? yun yung
Boatmates.
market mo.
Boatmates.
Boatmates. Yun yung market mo.
Of course, doon talaga nagsimula.
Yeah.
Kasi, sino ba talaga makaka-relate sa akin? Yung muna ang inisip ko. And after that, kinausap ko sila, yung mga naging clients ko na. And sabi ko sa kanila, introduce mo ako sa mga kakilala nyo na pwede ko rin tulungan. So
So, you were clear with your motivation, you were clear with your why, ginawan mo siya ng sistema. And what I like about what you're saying right now, Nolly, is that parang it seems like there's really no secret sauce to the recipe, di ba? You just really did the hard work, right? Doing the meetings, for example, started with the people that you know, and from there, ask for referrals to introduce you, And I'd like to understand though, pag sinabi mong seafarer, meron bang particular problem yung seafarers na, if a financial advisor would be watching this and they also have seafarer friends. Kasi in the Philippines, di ba, we could say that every family would have an OFW family member.
Right.
And there's a
Madami.
big chance na madami din doon, seafarers
Yeah.
also.
And you mentioned earlier
Mm.
you had a family of seafarers. So
Mm.
I'm sure there are a lot of Filipinos na family of seafarers also.
That's right.
So what is their problem that we could, address?
Kalimitan problems ng mga seafarers is they really don't know paano gagawin. Kasi we are
Ano
always
ibig sabihin nun? Paano hindi nila paano alam gagawin yung alin?
we always being tagged as one-day-millionaire.
Mm.
And we don't really know how to save or invest our money na pinaghirapan namin for several years. And isa na ako doon kasi siyempre I'm a seafarer as well. And nung nagsisimula ako sa pagbabarko, hindi ko talaga alam really. Saan ko pa ito ilalagay?
Mm.
And for those mga kasama kong mga seafarers, I'm sure
So most of the time, anong ginagawa nun? So during, and I understand, tax-free pa yata yung salary, di ba? Pag seafarer. So what do most seafarers do with their money?
I remember pagka sumasakay kami and pag nasa ibang lugar, sa ibang bansa, we really love to
Splurge. Shop.
to go shopping, and inisip namin ilan ba yung papadala ko sa pamilya ko.
Mm.
Sometimes we don't think about ourselves na meron na ba ako nabili para sa sarili ko. Lagi na lang namin iniisip
Ano
ba
yung
ibibigay
papadala?
ko? Ano ba ibibigay ko dun sa asawa ko? Ano ba ibibigay ko dun sa anak ko or even yung relatives ko?
So with that, so you're clear about the problem na most of the seafarers, it seems like I guess on one hand it is the strength because they get to elevate the family's lifestyle. But what you're saying right now, this is also becoming their own Waterloo. It is also the in a way their Achilles heel, the weakest link in that context of finance. Now, habang pinapadala nila yon to the family, what I'm getting from what you're saying is parang hirap mag-ipon, hirap palaguin yung pera. Am I getting it right?
Yes, of course.
Walang nasisave.
Minsan, hindi naman problema talaga ng mga seafarer. Minsan, ang problema is the family who is receiving that money. And inisip nila, ay, madali naman makatanggap ng ganitong kalaki.
Mm.
And the problem is, yung mga relatives or yung family mismo ng seafarers, yun ang kulang ang pag-aaral ng financial literacy.
Mm.
Kasi what if nakaka-receive ka ng 300,000 or 400,000? Saan mo ba siya ilalagay muna?
Mm.
So that's the problem at first. Not only the seafarers but the family of the seafarers. Kung paano nila
Manage.
i-manage yung pera.
So paano to, Nolly, in terms of the focus that you're creating around the business? Are you saying that is what you're focused on? Helping not only seafarers but also their families? Ganun ba yun?
Yes. Kasi at the end of the day, if you're helping the seafarers, you're helping the families as well. Wala naman akong ibang inisip the time na nagsisimula ako dito as in this career na maging halimbawa at mag-create ng impact doon sa mga families na yon.
Mm.
So, doon talaga ako nag-focus nung nagsisimula ako and up to nag-decide ako magtumigil, and that's why I created a system na para ma-build ko yung pagiging isang MDRT.
Mm. Can you describe to us kung anong itsura nung sistema na yon, Nolly? You mentioned one is the regular meetings. Ano pa? What can because if it is a system, then maybe it would, if they would implement your system, everyone who's watching this, maybe it would also help them. So ano yung ingredients ng system na yon? At saka paano siya gamitin?
Okay, simple lang yung ginagawa kong system. Kasi mas mabilis ko siya na familiarize agad. una, 'di ba, yung habit of having a meeting na hindi ako papayag, hindi ako uuwi or hindi ako matutulog nang hindi ko na-build or nakukuha yung number of meetings na yon. So, if sometimes na hindi ko siya magawa, kailangan bawiin ko yon
The following week.
the following week. So, ganun lang siya lagi ang ginagawa. And, ano pa yung ginagawa ko? So, isinusulat ko or tumatambay ako or pumupunta ako doon sa mga talagang meeting place namin mga seaman. So, nakikipag-meet talaga ako
Saan
doon.
yon? Saan yung meeting
Dito
place?
sa familiar place in Manila kung saan nakikimingle ako doon. Kasi most of the seaman, mas magiging comfortable sila na makipag-usap sa'yo when they feel na you are with them.
Naintindihan mo sila.
Naiintindihan mo sila, nakaka-relate ka sa kanila. So, for me, napakalaking bagay nito kapag nakikipag-usap ka sa mga seaman kasi they can really see kung ano yung intention. Because some of those or kami mga seaman, kumbaga, mas gusto namin or mas gusto ko, kung ako yung tatanungin, mas gusto kong nararamdaman ko kung ano yung intention mo.
Interesting. So you stay in places where you'd find other seamen as well, no? And you hang out there, get to talk to them, understand them, show them that you truly understand what their challenges are. And I'm sure a lot of people also look up to you, Noli. I mean, naging kapitan ka na ng barko eh, 'di ba? If I would just imagine kung if I'm a new person who'd like to pursue that career, 'di ba? I would seek out people like you. I mean, how did you do it in your career? How did you fight the loneliness while you are at sea? How did you handle money? How did you handle family and friends and all of that? And I feel that you would be one of those best person. So, and in this business, thank you for also mentioning na on the get-go, you really put in the necessary focus, intention, and ambition also na maging MDRT. You did not tiptoe around that eh. Now, kaya lang, I would can also imagine that there are challenges along the way. I mean, di ba, your background is not in finance to begin with. So, what are some of the challenges that you've encountered in the process? And siguro, let me extend the question, Je, no? How did you overcome those challenges?
Simple lang, Mac. Alam mo, syempre, hindi naman, kahit sa naman career, there's always challenges. Inahalin tulad ko parati sa barko yan. Sa barko, wala namang smooth seas lagi. So, parang ganyan din dito sa career na ito. So,
Walang smooth seas.
Walang smooth seas. Laging may alon. And that's what we keep, kumbaga, nabubuhay tayo doon. Hindi naman laging hindi naman laging smooth seas dito eh. But, ano ba ginawa ko? Paano ko siya nalampasan? Simple lang. Keep that in mind na alam mo sa sarili mo yung ginagawa mo.
Okay, I want to be very specific, Noli. Anong isang challenge, for example, na na-encounter mo nung ginawa mo na to na full-time? So, anong example niyan as a financial advisor?
At first, ayaw talaga nila maniwala sa akin. Kasi hindi ako related sa sa finance. And sinasabi lagi sa akin na, "Sir, paano mo explain sa akin yung ganyan kung hindi ka naman related sa finance and ikaw ay dating seaman?" So, ang ginawa ko, alam nyo, nag-aaral ako ng financial planning, umattend ako ng mga sessions para to keep myself updated and kailangan ko rin matutunan kung paano ginagawa nung iba. So, merong trainings for self-development. And naging challenge siguro sa akin is merong sinabi niya sa akin na yung isang asawa ng seaman na kailangan itanong ko muna sa wife ko. And then that time, sabi ko noon, bakit ko kailangan sabihin pa or bakit pa kailangan sabihin sa wife mo is tayong dalawa naman nag-uusap. So, yun yung isang challenge, but I realized na when you have a meeting with a seafarer, kailangan alam mo muna, hindi naman siya lang nagde-decide. So, hindi ako pumapayag na hindi sila kasama, yung mga family niya. So, lagi ko yan kinakausap.
So, pag nagme-meeting ka, both na, husband and
Yes.
wife. Yeah.
Mas preferred ko yung If yung seaman is may family, sabihin ko parati, sama mo yung wife mo. Kasi mas magandang usapan siguro is when you deal with money and you deal with your future, hindi po pwedeng ikaw lang. So, kailangan kasama mo yung family mo, yung wife mo.
Galing. So, right there and then, no, you're able to handle the objection na, for example, teka lang, pag-isipan ko muna to, Noli. Pagpapaalam ko muna with my partner, with my spouse, because they're already there. I think that's a great strategy. So, what else? What's another challenge that you've encountered in this business?
Isa sa mga challenge ko is I have to go and fly to Butuan. That time hindi pa uso yung
Zoom.
Digital selling
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Zoom meetings.
Why do you need to fly to Butuan?
One time I have a client na nakausap ko na siya. Kasama ko siya dati sa barko. But hindi sila makapag-decide agad kasi syempre gusto nilang pag-isipan mabuti. One moment, nung time na yon, yung wife is nasa Parañaque and yung husband, yung kakilala kong seaman, is nasa Butuan. And sabi ko sa sarili ko noon, kailangan tanungin ko sila. Paano ko sila makakausap? So, nag-message ako, sabi ko doon sa wife, pwede ba akong sumabay sa'yo?
Going home.
To fly to Butuan. And sabi niya, sige, pwede naman. Kaya lang, siyempre, mahal yung ticket. And that time, nagsisimula pa lang ako na sabi ko, kailangan galing sa bulsa ko yung gagastusin ko.
Commitment.
So, commitment. I immediately, book the ticket. And sumabay talaga ako sa asawa ng seaman na yun. And yun yung isang challenge. Kasi kailangan mo puntahan. Hindi katulad ngayon, di ba? So, mabilisan dahil kahit nasa Zoom lang, pwede mo siyang maklo. So, for me, yun yung isang challenge.
I like what you said. Number one, you said that you had to invest on personal training, on self-development, really understand finance for yourself to begin with, no? And I feel that also built your credibility moving forward. The other one is that you're really on the ground. Okay, as you said, you have to fly all the way to Butuan. And the reason for that is that you're showing your level of commitment to your clients, that you're really out there to serve, regardless of where they are. No? So, and I guess that separates a lot of people from you, Noli, in a sense na, not everyone is willing to do the work, to do the real and hard work towards it. Okay, so that tells me how focused you are with what you're doing. Okay, the intention is really there. And the intention is not just about you, because in fact you have to shell out money just for a meeting when there is not even any guarantee.
A
No?
guarantee
There's no insurance, right?
that the person will buy him, yeah. So what was your other challenges towards that role to MDRT?
Another challenge probably is, alam nyo ba na I was one of, kumbaga, yung sarili ko kasi, I feel na parang introvert ako. Yung parang hindi ko ma-deliver yung sarili ko.
That's interesting. How did you overcome that?
In my mind, kumbaga, ayaw kong isipin na introvert. Kasi I remember when I was a kid, pag may dumadating sa bahay namin, tatago talaga ako doon. And nung naging financial advisor ako, mas nahon ko siya. Bakit? Kasi inisip ko nun, paano ba makikipag-usap sa mga clients kung ako mismo mahihirapan
You mean na-develop mo yung sarili mo to becoming more
Extroverted.
extroverted?
Yes. Mas dito ko na-develop. And mas natuwa ako dahil syempre, dati tinatago-tago ko lang yan and hindi ko siya ina-expose talaga na hindi ako makikipag-usap kasi kung hindi ko kilala, wala na akong option na para hindi siya gawin.
Or you had the option to be more extroverted now that you're in this business?
Kailangan siyang gawin. Kailangan kong
Extroverted.
maging extrovert. Kasi yun din na magtutulong sa akin or tutulong sa akin na kumausap pa ng mas maraming tao.
Yeah, I think what you're saying here, Noli, is that even if you're an introvert, it's not an impossible to be successful. So, it's and what you're also emphasizing right now is that you're not even using that as an excuse. Okay, that you being an introvert, dati nagtatago ka. Right now, you're even using that, as your jumping board. Na it's not anymore like that anymore. And that just tells me again, it's a reflection of how true you are to your goal. Bumabalik siya dun sa why. I like how you started with that because everything that you're saying right now can truly connect towards that statement. No? I don't know. What do you think, Jet?
It's like you made up your mind that I'm going to be extroverted. I'm going to do the work and meet as many people as I can. If they don't want to say yes because of their spouse, I'm going to meet the spouse. It's like there's no stopping you from achieving that goal of being MDRT.
Very nice. I want to talk about teams.
All right.
Kasi, you received an award recently. Tama ba, Noli?
Yes, yes.
Anong award yan?
Top unit manager in new recruits.
In new recruits for the year. O, di ba?
Wow.
So that's something because a lot of leaders ask me about how to recruit, for example, Jet. No? And they're having difficulty building their teams. Okay. In relation to that, probably, yeah, also about your system on recruitment. What is one thing that is working for you that if there is a new advisor na magtatanong sa'yo, Sir Noli, paano ba to gagawin so that I don't end up, spending, you've been here for like what, 6, 7 years?
5 years.
5 years in the industry. If you can compress that 7 years or that 5 years, what would be that advice specific to building teams and building motivation for the team? So ano yun? What's the secret recipe for Mr. Noli in relation to team building?
Actually, wala naman secret. And mostly, lahat naman ng nauuna sa akin na unit managers and managers, alam nila yung ginagawa talaga when building a team. Sa akin siguro, ang nag-work in building a unit or a team is kailangan committed ka. Hindi lang para makakonstruct ka ng team mo. Kailangan committed ka para doon sa taong ini-invite mo.
What does that mean? Yung committed to the person that you've brought in. What does that mean for you?
The moment na I interviewed them, I told them na I'll be here for you. And rest assured ka na tutulungan kita.
Ano yan? Ano yung expression ng tulong na yun? What does that mean?
It means that I'm hands-on sa mga difficulties mo. Kasi syempre, nag-start din ako as a new advisor. And alam ko na maraming challenges pag nagsisimula ka as an advisor. So, I informed them, andito ako. Basta kailangan mo ng tulong ko.
That's really nice.
You hold their hands. Sa'yo naman maging advisor under Sir Noli. So how exactly do you help them? And what are the main challenges of being a recruit?
I think one of the challenges of a recruit is hindi nila alam paano magsisimula makipag-usap. That's why I create myself and then I inform them, this is my calendar. Ilagay natin dito. Tutulungan ko kayo makipag-usap sa mga clients ninyo. That's what we call joint fieldwork. And with that, lahat naman siguro ng mga managers ginagawa yan. And I'm doing that also to help the new recruit na makakreate and magkaroon ng momentum. Kasi syempre, pagka meron ka ng closing or na-approve yung policy mo, helping your new recruit, matutuwa siya and magkakaroon siya ng momentum.
So you have seafarers in your team or seafarers wives, right? How are you able to convince them that this is a good opportunity despite so much competition? And how did you make them stay?
Yeah, let me add to that siguro. Why should people join your team, Noli?
At first, ang pwede ko sabihin dyan is leadership is like parenting. So,
Yeah.
parang if you train and gina-guide mo sila and iniisip nila na wala silang hahanapin, mag-stay sila eh. Pero kung nakikita nila na feel nila na pinababayaan mo, that's the time na aalis talaga yung mga tao. And one of the challenges din also sa akin yan last year. Hindi naman lahat talaga nag-stay and mostly kaya sinasabi ko pagka kinakausap ko sila, don't look at an income. Ang sinasabi ko sa kanila, ano ba yung purpose mo? Bakit mo gagawin ito? And then, if you want that income, embrace the career. And the income will follow.
You know what? I like what you said. Anchoring it with purpose, but the second one is equally important, embracing the career. Because what I noticed, a lot of financial advisors nahihiya nga from the get-go na magsabi, oh, you know what?
I'm a
I'm a,
financial
I'm a
advisor.
financial advisor,
Yes.
insurance agent na ako ngayon, di ba? So, how were you able to conquer that? I mean, di ba, from a captain of a ship, okay? And then now you're a financial advisor.
Actually, at first, ako mismo,
Secret
hindi
agent.
ko talaga binobroadcast nung nagsisimula ako na financial advisor ako.
Yeah. I think a
But
lot of advisors
I
feel that way.
realize na kailangan ko siyang embrace. If you want to be
Definitely.
successful in this career, kailangan explain mo sa clients mo, I choose this because I want this.
So, Noli, again, maraming salamat. Thank you I really appreciate this, being here. And one of the things that we wanted to do here is, again, we want to help financial advisors build their performance, increase momentum, and create high-performing teams. So, and you were able to accomplish so much in a short amount of time. Okay, and I'd like to commend you for that. And if you don't mind, what would be your top 3 advice? If there's someone who's just starting out today as a financial advisor, ano yung mapapayo mo sa kanila so that they can be more successful much faster like you?
Can you make it 4?
Go ahead.
Yan. So, for me, at first, you have to create your list of whys. Lagi ko itong sinasabi. When your why is powerful, the how is easy. Second, dream. Huwag mo itigil. Kailangan, don't stop dreaming. Pero, hindi lang basta magdi-dream. That would make it take an action. Kasi, if you have dreams, you take an action, the rest will follow. Magbubunga yun. And the last one is, be grateful. No matter what, ano yung nararanasan mo ngayon, negative man yan, positive, or small wins, be grateful. Everything will come in your way in God's perfect time.
Kala ko 4. Where's the 4th one?
That'd be grateful.
4 ba yun?
That's
Not listening.
So,
First-
ulit. Again. Ano yan? First one is?
First one is,
Why?
create your list of whys.
Okay.
Second is, dream.
Dream.
Don't stop dreaming.
Okay.
Keep on dreaming.
Okay.
3, take an action.
Take action.
And 4,
Be grateful.
be grateful.
Always
Okay.
be grateful.
Very nice. I think what we can draw out from that also is, doing that at the beginning, at the onset, can be quite a challenge if we're not used to those 4 principles, diba? And if I may suggest, probably for anyone who's watching this right now, listening to this, would be to actually write it down. But when you say create a list of why, really list it down every day. What is the reason for you to wake up in the morning? Why do you have to do what you're supposed to do? Who is it for? And do that in a journal. So lahat ng yon, if I can suggest an iteration to that, so that it then later on becomes a habit.
I
Right?
agree.
So get your journals. Identify 4 pages every single day. The first one would be what
What
are
is
your
your
whys. Second one is
Dream.
To
What are your
dream.
dreams?
what are your dreams? What is it you'd like to accomplish?
Right.
Short term, long term as well.
Yeah.
And
What do
You
you want to get out of this business? And what actions? The next one. What
The-
actions do you need to
Yeah,
take?
what actions are you gonna take?
tactics?
yeah, very nice. And I think really anchor that as to what you're going to do for the day
Right.
to achieve, diba? So because as we do this, it creates confirmation bias and it allows the mind to actually focus towards what you're actually writing. It's like, let's say when you want to buy a red car, for example, when you drive in EDSA, the only thing that you're going to be seeing most of the time would be red cars. It seems like keeps on popping up. So if that is the behavior of our mind, might as well, rig that towards our favor.
Yes.
And finally is to come from gratitude. And
Always
be
come from
grateful.
yeah. No matter what challenge it is, or no matter what you're going through, rejection ba yan? Always be grateful. I love that. Yes.
Very good. Thank you, Noli. Again, I appreciate you for being here. Jerica, thank you also for co-hosting this. I
Mack.
really appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are watching as well, that's it for this episode. And stay tuned for the next one as we're going to be bringing you more trailblazers in this industry, the people who are able to figure out, how to become more successful in a shorter amount of time, we will figure out, how they are more efficient, how is it that they're able to accomplish their goals, what are their mindsets, and maybe they can also lend perspective on how to do this better. Once again, my name is Comandante.
I'm Jerica David.
Noli Macalalad.
Maraming salamat, team, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.